Now, how would you feel if I told you there's a bird out there that moves faster than a bullet train? I mean, genuinely faster than a bullet train. And it's not some weird engineered creature from a lab somewhere. It's just a bird. A regular bird that decided, you know what? I'm going to be the fastest thing alive. And honestly, I kind of love that. So today I want to go through the fastest animals on Earth, because I feel like most people have no idea just how insane some of these numbers are. I certainly didn't. I reckon I thought cheetahs were the answer to everything, and then I looked into this properly, and well, I was quite wrong actually. Let's start at the top, which, ironically, is also the top of the sky. The peregrine falcon. Now look, I'm going to be honest with you. I expected to find something exotic here, something I'd never heard of. But no, it's the peregrine falcon, which your local birdwatcher has probably been obsessing over for 30 years. What makes this bird special isn't just that it's fast, it's how fast. In a full hunting dive, a peregrine falcon can hit 389 kilometers per hour. That is 242 miles per hour. I don't know if that number is landing properly for you, so let me put it this way. Your average motorway speed limit in the UK is 70 miles per hour. This bird is doing 242 in freefall on purpose because it's hungry. I find that genuinely extraordinary. Now there's actually a specific bird behind the world record here, and her name is Frightful, which is a great name. Ken Franklin, a falconer from Friday Harbor, Washington, released Frightful from a Cessna at 17,000 feet above sea level in 1999 and strapped a little computer chip from a skydiving altimeter to her tail feathers to measure the speed. And she hit 242 miles per hour on the way down. Imagine explaining that experiment to someone at a dinner party. So, you released your bird from a small aircraft at 17,000 feet. Yes. And you taped a skydiver's computer to her. Yes. And this was science. Apparently, yes. The way a peregrine actually hunts is almost too good. It doesn't just fall straight down, which I always assumed. It curves the whole approach, kind of spiraling in along this logarithmic path, which keeps the prey locked into the falcon's sharpest field of vision the whole time, without the bird having to turn its head. The aerodynamics of that are frankly making me feel a bit stupid. And when it actually hits the target, it doesn't grab with its talons the way most birds do. It hits with a closed fist, basically. All four toes extended, using its feet as a blunt weapon at 200 plus miles per hour. Wild. Extremely wild. Now let's come down to the ground. Because obviously, the animal that everyone reaches for when you ask this question is the cheetah. And they're not wrong, exactly. They're just not telling the whole story. The cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth. Top speed is around 120 kilometers per hour, which is 75 miles per hour. And these cats can go from standing completely still to 96 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds. I have driven cars that couldn't do that. My first car definitely couldn't do that. And the cheetah weighs maybe 50 kilograms and has no engine. How does that happen? Well, the spine apparently. A cheetah's spine is this incredibly flexible piece of engineering that basically acts like a spring, compressing and extending with every stride, so that the whole body functions like a coiled mechanism, releasing energy with each step. At full speed, a cheetah covers 23 feet in a single stride, and takes 4 of those strides every second. You can do the math on that, but it's a lot of ground very quickly. The problem is the cheetah can't actually sustain this for very long. During a full sprint, it breathes somewhere between 60 and 150 times per minute, and generates heat faster than its body can get rid of it. So after about 200 to 300 meters, it basically has to stop or risk overheating entirely, which is a strange trade-off for an animal that evolved to chase things for a living. I reckon if cheetahs could sweat more efficiently, they would honestly be terrifying. They're already somewhat terrifying, but you know what I mean. The cheetah's tail is also worth mentioning, because it functions as a kind of steering mechanism. When the cat is turning at 70 miles per hour, the tail swings to counterbalance, almost like a rudder, allowing direction changes that would otherwise just flip the animal completely. It's the kind of thing where you think someone must have designed this deliberately, except obviously no one did. Evolution just kept rewarding the cheetahs who didn't fall over during turns, until eventually you get this. Now the ocean is a completely different situation, and honestly I think the water speed records get less attention than they deserve. The sailfish is generally recognized as the fastest fish in the world, and these things can hit 109 kilometers per hour, which is 68 miles per hour through the water. Through the water. Not through the air, not in a dive, through actual seawater while swimming. A sailfish can grow to about 3 meters long and has that enormous dorsal fin that, from what I can tell, mostly exists to look incredible. They use speed to herd prey into tight groups and then slash through them. It's a rather brutal technique, but presumably quite effective, because sailfish have been doing this for a very long time. And somewhere out there right now, a sailfish is probably going 68 miles per hour in warm ocean water, which is something I find difficult to fully picture. But there it is.